There is a popular misconception that rich people get rich by avoiding debt. This could not be further from the truth. In reality, many wealthy people become rich by using debt as a tool to increase their income. By understanding how they do it, you can put these strategies to work for you to start building your own fortune. Welcome to Epic State, your home for money, mindset, and motivation. The first way rich people leverage debt is probably one that most of us know and understand. It's with real estate. Rich people use their status to get loans for property, building out their portfolio of assets. When you buy a property with a mortgage, you are only paying a small fraction of the overall cost of the property up front. The bank covers the rest. This means that you can use the same amount of money to buy a much more expensive property than if you were buying it outright. Of course, this also means that you are taking on more risk, as you could end up owing more money to the bank than the property is worth if the housing market crashes. However, if you are confident in your ability to pick winning properties and manage your debt wisely, this can be a great way to make lots of money. Number 2. Leverage buyout. Leverage buyouts are one of the most common ways that rich people make money with debt. In a leveraged buyout, a wealthy individual or group buys a company using mostly borrowed money. The goal is to then sell the company at a profit, using the borrowed money to pay off the original purchase price. Leveraged buyouts can be risky, but they can also be very profitable if done correctly. The return on investment can be significant. For example, in 2004, private equity firm Kohlberg Kravis Roberts & Co. bought out utility company TXU for $32 billion. Within 3 years, they had sold it for $45 billion, making a profit of $13 billion. Leveraged buyouts are not for everyone, but for those with the right skills and high risk tolerance. Number 3. Short selling. Essentially, short selling is when you sell a security that you don't own and hope to buy the same security back at a lower price so you can have a profit. Short selling is often done when an investor believes that the price of a security will go down in the future. For example, let's say you think that XYZ company is going to fall in value. You could borrow 100 shares of XYZ stock from your broker at $100 per share and sell them immediately. If XYZ falls to $90 per share, you can buy back the 100 shares, return them to your broker, and pocket the $10 per share difference. Short selling can be a risky proposition, but it can also be very profitable if done correctly. Number 4. Margin account. A margin account is a type of investment account that allows you to borrow money from a broker in order to buy securities. The beauty of this system is that you only have to come up with a certain percentage of the purchase price. The rest is provided by the broker. This leverage can help you make a lot of money if your investment pays off, but it can also lose you a lot of money if it doesn't. The account holder can use the borrowed funds to purchase additional securities or to cover expenses. The interest rate on a margin account is typically higher than the rate of a savings account, but lower than the rate of a credit card. Margin accounts are often used by investors to increase the size of their portfolios. For example, an investor who has $10,000 in a margin account can borrow up to $50,000 from the bank and then use that money to purchase additional stock or mutual funds. Margin accounts can also be used by businesses to finance inventory or expansions. In general, margin accounts are a good way for people with extra cash to make money without having to put all of their assets at risk. However, if the value of the securities in the account falls, the account holder may be required to deposit additional funds into the account, or sell some of their securities in order to maintain the minimum balance. Number 5. They use debt to screw over the taxman. The rich take out loans to pay for living expenses, as the debt can be used to offset income tax payments or the risk of incurring taxable events from selling assets that carry capital gains. This is what billionaires like Elon Musk do to buy companies like Twitter, but they also keep most of their money in the companies and borrow against their assets. Doing this allows them to offset their tax and income so that they can avoid paying the government. They leverage debt and tax loopholes to keep more of their money. Ultimately, the more money and assets you have, the more money you can make. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more money, mindset, and motivation. Until next time.